Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. It has been a little while since I uploaded, 2 months, 2 to 3 months, I'm not sure. I think that's the last time I saw the timestamp or date on the last video I uploaded. And I just felt like I've been wanting to vlog for a really long time, and I have actually been vlogging, but every time I vlog and then I look at the footage, I'm like, I don't really want to upload this, and so I've just kept putting it off. And I don't know whether I'm starting to get a little bit like over analytical on my vlogging, so I decided I'm gonna just really try and upload this vlog, and instead of having it be like I sit down and just talking to the camera, I'm going to try and do a little bit of a, maybe I'm gonna vlog over 2 days, maybe 3, I'm not quite sure, because I'm actually going to be going out to lunch tomorrow, which is like, I think now that's officially like the 5th time I've been away from my son, which after a whole year, I don't know if that's a lot or a little, but I get a lot of anxiety when I'm not with him, and that's a big reason why I don't vlog, because I'm always with him. But it's the evening, I'm probably mostly going to be vlogging. If I'm at home vlogging, it's likely going to be in the evening, or I'll be like working or something. But he's usually napping, or Tobias has him. I do want to kind of break this, like, I don't know, I have this like fear that I don't want to vlog in front of him, and I don't know why. It's because he wouldn't know why I'm vlogging anyways, like it's just talking to a camera. And I have vlogged before, because when we were in Hobart, he was with us the entire time I was vlogging, especially when we were out, because obviously we didn't leave in the hotel room, but I was still able to comfortably vlog. So I'm gonna just try and get over all these like weird mental fears I seem to have now. I don't know whether it's like lockdown, pregnancy, or being like this first year of motherhood, I've just kind of like lived in a little bubble and not gone out. So I'm wondering whether going back to work actually might help. So what I'm trying to say is I'm actually going back to work next week. So my maternity leave, this is the last week of maternity leave for me, which is really sad. It's taken me quite a long time to kind of get over the grief that the leave was ending, and I had, especially in the last video, you could kind of see I was like still kind of going through it. Still have plans to hopefully one day like do my own thing, but it's definitely going to be a slow burn just for me. And in all reality, I think I just need to go back to work to see what my life is like as a mother who also works, because prior to having my baby, my career was my baby. I loved work, I like the career I'm in, I like the people I work with, and I like that my type of work is very versatile. I'm not sure what the American and British way to say it, but anyways, you know what I mean. That I could move through lots of different companies, why can't I speak? This is why I need to go back to work, so I can talk to adults again. Yeah, I need to be able to, it's a good career path, and I'm really happy with it. And so there's really, I don't know whether I'm just in a baby bubble, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to go back to work. I just want to give up my career and be a stay-at-home mom. And I think that would be like wonderful, but we also have like, you know, bills to pay. And I mean, the reality is Tobias and I have created a life that requires us both to work to sustain it, because like I thought about it a lot, and I've talked to people about it, and like, yeah, if we were to like go super lean, and I've seen a lot of people go super lean in my life, and that's amazing. Sorry, I was like crouching. I'm just gonna angle you down. This is like a playpen behind me. Yeah, super lean. I just don't think we'd be happy. Like, I want to still be able to afford the ability to travel. I want to be able to enjoy this home. We love this home, but there's like a mortgage on it, so we have to pay the mortgage. And I want to be able to provide for my son. I want to be able to give him the things that I feel are necessary, and most of the things that I think are necessary for him do not require money, but some do. And not just directly for him, but like directly for his mother to feel good, so that she can be like in a good mental state to be there for him. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to try and embrace going back to work, see how I go. Tobias will be going on his leave, parental leave, like we're kind of just swapping, and he's going to be doing that for a while. So it'll be interesting to see how things turn now. I am looking forward to getting paid. I am really looking forward to getting my salary back. That is, I mean, the main reason I'm going back to work. But I'm also really looking forward to seeing how Tobias is at home, because he is honestly the best father. And Bubs is enamored with him. So, and that just makes me so happy that they're just like the best friends, and I think they're gonna have the best time. And I'm gonna be working part-time. I'm predominantly gonna work from home, which I'm super grateful for, that my company is so gracious with me. So hopefully I'll still be able to do the things that I want to do, in terms of like I still want to be able to like prepare all the meals. I've been doing a lot more cooking around the house, a lot of cleaning, a lot of domestic stuff. Because prior to Bubs, Tobias and I would split most things very evenly. But since being more at home with Bubs, I tend to take on a little bit more domestic stuff. And honestly, I kind of like it. I think because I'm such a control freak, so I want things to be a certain way. So I'm like, I want to decide like we have to vacuum this way because you have to do it this way. I don't want to dust this way and wipe this way. And Tove's like, go ahead. You can go ahead and do that. I don't know if you can hear it. The sticker machines are going. That's why I'm vlogging. Trying to vlog away from the machines, but I may have to stop periodically to go refill them. But yeah, so work is about to start. I'm going to be catching up with some co-workers, ex-co-workers tomorrow, so that'd be really nice. And I have just like a few things on my mind, but I think I might share them on the ride there tomorrow. So yeah. Alright, so I'm finally home, and I didn't end up vlogging any of lunch or anything in the car because Bubs and Tobias came with me, so they were in the car, so I didn't want to vlog. And then my friends that I caught up with are not YouTubers, and actually I think they didn't realize I did YouTube because I don't normally tell people I meet that in real life that I do YouTube. It's sometimes it just kind of happens. And she saw me with the camera and asked, because I was vlogging a little bit that you would have seen, and she asked me, what's the camera for? And I was like, oh, no. And I just said, oh, YouTube. And she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, great. So I felt kind of self-conscious, and I didn't want to vlog lunch, but I had a really nice mushroom risotto, and I shared with her like a vegetable risotto, so that was super nice. We're back home now. Bubs is down for his nap, and it's time for me to start cooking. So I'm cooking congee. I pretty much make congee for him for all his lunches, but it's very from scratch. I've got a bit of leftover chicken stock that we made about a month ago now, so I'm gonna have to make a new batch of stock. I make it from scratch because most of the stock you get in stores, firstly, you just never know what you get when you buy packaged stock or powdered stock. Like usually there's some sodium in there, and I'm trying not to give him any added sodium right now because he's still a baby. But honestly, even as a toddler, I'm going to try my best to keep his diet as clean as possible. But at the end of the day, you really don't know what is in your food. And I mean, even now, I don't quite know what preservatives or pesticides rather we use for these. So I'm just trying to make things from scratch as much as possible. And honestly, I'm loving it. I really love, like, I feel like it's ignited this passion for cooking, but I'm cooking baby food. So I don't know, I really enjoy it. So I'm making congee, and I usually put some zucchini and carrots in there, and then I'll pick a protein. I'm probably either going to do salmon and maybe beef, so like half maybe salmon, half beef. That's kind of how I want to do it, so that one batch has a lot of good healthy fats and omega-3, and then one batch will have iron in it, because babies do need quite a bit of iron in their diet. So that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. In the process of heating up the stock because it's still frozen, so I thought I would peel some apples. I'm going to actually make some applesauce for Bubs. I like to put this either in his porridge in the morning or yogurts, or just really use it. I can use it to make like muffins, pancakes. They're just really useful. So I'm going to skin, core, cut up all these, and then this is a really great device. So excuse all the bibs and toys, but this is such a cool device. Basically, it's a steamer and a puree machine. You put water in here, you put this in, like, whoops, that's strapped on my camera. You put any like fruits, veg, whatever you want, it cooks. Then underneath is like some blades for it to puree. And it's super easy to use. I don't have to like use the stove and a blender or anything like that. So I love this. It's found this on Taylor R. She recommended it on her Instagram. Her baby Levy is quite a bit older than mine, so it's really nice to be able to follow parents with children a little older than mine, so I can kind of learn from them as they go along. It's so good. Congee all done. 13 serves, so we've got some salmon congee and then minced beef congee. So it's so satisfying to see them all lined up like this. Like, can I get a good angle? Probably not. Oh yeah, sort of. That's a weird angle. Yeah. And now we freeze this so that you can have it for lunch. I'm talking to Bubs. So, it's much later in the day right now, and I decided that I would open up a new package that arrived today. I actually placed this order this morning, so I'm kind of impressed that it got here so quickly. This is via Amazon. It is a ton of That's Not My books. So if you have kids or you interact with kids or something, you may have heard of these books before. It's like a whole series, like an entire series. There's so many of them. I actually picked up, I think I picked up like 12 of them. That's Not My Giraffe. There's so many cute ones. I tried to get some Australian animals. So you've got kangaroo, koala, and I thought I got a wombat. Yeah, wombat. So these are just so cool because Bubs is now finally at a point in his development where he's kind of showing interest in the books. I used to read to him, this might sound silly because I think my parents were like, that's so weird. Literally a few weeks after he was born, I started reading books to him, and I don't think he knew exactly what was happening, but I don't know, I just was told by the library and the maternal health nurse that reading very early was beneficial. So I've been reading him since he was literally born, and he's never shown any interest. Usually as he got older, he just want to eat the books. He still wants to eat the books, but now these books are really good because basically you flip through and every page has like some feely item that's different. Like this is fuzzy, and then here's like still fuzzy, like more felt-like. And I used to read these sort of books to him because we've got 2 of them so far, Christmas one and the That's Not My Teddy, and he would not really pay attention to the parts that were different feely. He was just more like looking at the colors and stuff, but now he's like actually reaching out and touching all these things, and I was like, I don't know, it just motivated me. So I told her I'm going to get a ton of these books because they're easy to read, and he's showing a lot more interest in it, and these were actually really cheap. They were like $6 each, so I've got plenty of books to read him now, and I'm so excited to show them to him when he wakes up tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm just beyond excited. I honestly, when I was pregnant, I was like, I'm going to save so much money. I'm going to be like really stingy about how I spend on the baby, especially when they're young, because they're not going to know the difference. And honestly, I feel like that has gone out the window. I mean, I'm not spending like a ton of money, but I'm a lot more generous than I thought would be. And I think it's for the parents as well. But I just feel like with books, I think it's actually worth investing in. Personally, that's what I feel like. Yeah. Oh, and I also have a Kmart order I placed, so let me go open that. So I'm not going to pull all this out because it's actually quite late right now and I don't want to like create a mess and make too much noise, but basically this is old baby stuff. So I have some bodysuits here. I have this baby carrier. I already have one of these, but this one's really good because firstly it's much cheaper than the ones that you would find, say, at Baby Bunting. But I like that it has like a seat to it, and I actually don't use the rest of the carrier. I just use the seat, and it's so good because Bubs is getting too heavy now. I cannot carry him for too long just by myself, so I bring this seat with me pretty much. I have one that I have at home, but Tobias uses that a lot, so I thought I'd just get a second one so that we both could have one to leave in our car and one at home. It's like amazing, so good. There's some bath toys here. Oh wow, this is much bigger than I thought. This is like that. There's a toy, sort and stack blocks, more toys. Don't know. Oh yeah, and back here. It's actually one of the reasons. The main reason I placed this order was I needed more bodysuits because he doesn't have that many, and I needed to get a smock for his eating. So it's very messy. We do have a smock, but it's made out of nylon and it's kind of hard and not comfortable. This one is fabric, so unfortunately not waterproof, but I think it'll be more comfortable for him. And then this is just another toy. So yeah, thanks Kmart for all these things, because I don't feel as bad spending money because Kmart is so cheap. So you guys are so high up, so this is like such a weird angle, but I am too lazy to adjust the tripod because this is the tripod I'm using currently for filming videos for a different YouTube channel, which I'm about to get into, so I just wanted to leave it. It's the end of the night. It's pretty late now. Tobias is gone to bed. Bobs has been sleeping for hours now, and I think I'm gonna wrap up this vlog, even though I didn't really vlog very much, but I'm kind of just dipping my toes back in the water. I do want to see how vlogging a little more consistently with my life is. Vlogging with Bubs actually wasn't as bad as I thought. He was basically around for most of the footage that I had shown, but I don't think, besides I think one clip where he actually was saying something, I don't think you could tell. So I think it's pretty okay vlogging, so I think it might be easier. But I just wanted to chat a little bit. Oh, sorry, this is a reflector, by the way. I use this to help take photos with, but it's just leaning against the cupboards here. These are my storage cupboards. I like having these chats on my vlog once everyone's gone to bed, because I feel like the house is quiet and my thoughts are a little calmer, because I feel like nobody needs me for anything and I can just chat unrestricted for a while. It's kind of like chatting in the car. I really like doing that because it's also just kind of like free time to chat. But yeah, Tobias and Bubs ended up coming with me today for lunch, not for lunch but just to hang around, because it's always nice to take Bubs out, so I didn't want to I was talking to Tobias, so I didn't really want to vlog. But yeah, I'm just kind of like in a thoughtful state. Going back to work next week is going to be really interesting, although I don't know when this vlog is going up, so I might have been back at work for a while now. Yeah, the people I caught up with today are like, one is a co-worker, so I'll be heading back to hang out with her, and then another is an ex-co-worker who left the company I'm currently with, went to another one, and then she's decided to quit because she wasn't feeling it, and now she's going to become a swimming instructor, which I thought was so cool. For a little while. I think she might come back because our industry is just, I don't know, we're kind of in the prime points in our careers where like we have a good amount of experience and the income is pretty good, like for our experience, I guess, and you're kind of at this point where you could push further and become like much more senior in a company, or you could just kind of stay where you are and still be pretty happy because you're like confident in the work you do. So I think she might eventually come back, because I know that for me it would be difficult to leave this career, even though I would love to, you know, do my own thing and branch out. I think it's just not going to be feasible. I think I went through all this already at the start of the vlog, so I don't want to be repetitive, because I wanted to talk a little bit about the new channel that I'm creating, which is why this tripod is like so pointed up, because usually it's pointed at my desk and I'm sitting on the floor right now because I just feel more comfortable on the floor. I'm starting a channel for happy clouding, which just, I don't know, if you know me, you might be like, I'm a bit of a jack of all trades. I like start so many things and then some things keep going consistently and some things don't. I'm not good at focusing. And I think that's kind of like a big flaw that I have, but also a big advantage I have in some ways, because I'm able to multitask like a queen or a king, however you want to say it, really easily. Like multitasking is super easy for me, but focusing on one task for a long period I can't do, whereas Toby's is like the exact opposite. So I think that's why we get along really well, because we can share tasks between us. And so yeah, I'm creating a channel of happy clouding, which I'm nervous and excited for, because I'm not sure how I'm going to manage the workload, since I do weekly uploads on A Beautiful Fable and I want to keep doing weekly uploads. Actually, I've also started shorts on Beautiful Fable, but I'll get into that in a second. So the reason I wanted to do happy clouding videos is because I wanted to talk more about the behind the scenes and the business aspects of running an e-commerce store, and that just didn't feel like it sat very well with A Beautiful Fable, which was just a channel about sharing my love for planners, plan with me's, all that sort of stuff. Whereas I feel like happy clouding isn't really about plan with me's. I probably wouldn't do many, maybe one or two, but not many. It'd be a lot more just like talking about my lessons learned, things that actually I need a drink. Lessons learned, advice, tips, things like that. I don't know. I'm doing it for like a multitude of reasons. One, I think that I haven't branded happy clouding very well. It's kind of just like a little side project, and I think that if I want to see any substantial growth, I'm going to have to be more committed to like kind of giving it a professional brand, because at the end of the day, I feel like I've spent a lot of time like branding unintentionally, because I never thought of it as a brand, A Beautiful Fable. Like, I upload consistently, I have an active Instagram account, I'm like passionate about it, and that's great, except A Beautiful Fable does not make any money. It's just a pure fan account. But happy clouding is a business. That is something I am trying to make money from. I'd love for it to just say pay for holidays or pay for groceries, or just something to just kind of ease, especially with like, I don't have to get into this, but if you're in Australia, you know, interest rates going up, things are just getting tougher. So having a bit of a side income, just that I love doing anyways, would be amazing. So I think I need to be smarter about how I do happy clouding, and I feel like I should have been investing more into it as a brand overall. So that's part of the reason. And it was always hard, because A Beautiful Fable, happy clouding, they were always like, they're similar but they're not, and so I never knew if I should have kept them separate or paired them up together. I think in the end I've kind of accepted that they're just separate brands, and I'm going to have to operate them separately, and I'm just going to let them run their course and then see if it makes sense to continue both. Maybe I'll love it and I can manage it and that'll be fine. Maybe I find that I only have the bandwidth for one. Maybe I don't like doing happy clouding as much and I par that down and just focus on having fun on A Beautiful Fable. Maybe the other swap. I have so much fun happy clouding, A Beautiful Fable suffers. I don't know. So that's kind of like my long-winded explanation as to why I've decided to open a YouTube channel for happy clouding. There should already be one video on there, which is really just more like a welcome video and probably just explaining what I've already said. So I will link the channel down below if you want to follow. I'm probably going to be posting lots of shorts on there as well. I've gotten really into short form content. It is so much easier to film. Like, YouTube videos are hard. They're time consuming. They're hard to film and edit and everything. But shorts, reels, TikToks, so easy. And that's the thing about why I started doing shorts on A Beautiful Fable. So A Beautiful Fable as a channel, okay, so let me just like backtrack a little bit. Fables and Fashion, A Beautiful Fable, this channel. I don't know if I've ever talked about this before, but you know, I'm just gonna be real, because this channel is just me, my diary, and me being real. I lost monetization on all three channels during my pregnancy, because I just went dead on all the channels. So for people who say like YouTube is passive income, not necessarily. I guess if you're like right at the what is it, the qualifying criteria, then maybe this doesn't, maybe like if you're not near that, sorry, then maybe it doesn't apply to you. But to me, passive income is income you make from not doing anything, like investing in the stock market, that sort of thing. But YouTube video income is not necessarily active income, but I don't see it as passive either. Like, it's kind of a middle ground. Anyways, I lost monetization on all three channels, which really bummed me out. But I deserved it, because I didn't upload anything for 6 months straight, which was pretty much half a year of no view, like much lower views, everything. And so I think that's what eventually clocked me out of the criteria. And so I've been more active now. I don't know if I'm going to get monetized. I haven't actually checked my analytics, because at first I was really focused on it, and now I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even look at it because I'm not looking at YouTube as a source of income. It's just kind of a passion I have and a way to express myself, and I just love making videos, so I would do it even if I didn't get paid. Although I will say that with A Beautiful Fable, that was probably my highest paid YouTube channel. I loved the money at the time because it was funding a lot of the hauls that was featured on the channel. And that was really nice because it was kind of like a symbiotic relationship. So I think one of the goals I have would be to try and get it back into monetization so that I could start funding hauls again, because I just feel like I could justify spending all that money on stationery because I was like, well, it's for the channel and the channel pays for it, so it's fine. That was my justification. However, I've been pretty active on Fables and Fashion. Sorry, I'm talking about Beautiful Fable. It's late, so I'm not sure if I'm saying the wrong thing. Fables and Fashion is my beauty channel. I don't upload on that very often, and that's going to kind of be like a hobby channel for now. But A Beautiful Fable, I have been uploading consistently for half a year now, or something like that. So I've been really working hard at it, but I have not seen the level of growth that I used to experience. In fact, it's the opposite. I've been losing subscribers, views are going down, and I just thought, like, I'm putting, like, and it's okay to a degree because I wasn't doing it to get views and subscribers or anything. Like, I don't do any of this for the views and subscribers, but I think when you were at a certain position and it goes backwards, that's when it kind of feels like, am I doing something wrong? Do people not like me anymore? Am I boring? Is it me? Am I the drama? Whereas if it's just stagnant, that's different, or growth is fine as well. So A Beautiful Fable has kind of been on the decline. That, I don't know, is that a word? Decline. And so one of the things that I've been wanting to do for a while was introduce shorts, because I have created so many reels and TikToks for A Beautiful Fable on Instagram and TikTok, but I've not been sharing any of that on YouTube. And I had so many reasons why. Well, not so many reasons, but one of the reasons is that I hate that in the subscription feed they mix up they mix up shorts and YouTube videos, so that when you look at your subscription feed, it looks like a chaotic mess, and it gives me so much anxiety that I often hide all the shorts so that it looks like cohesive and nice. And I'm like, why doesn't YouTube change the subscription feed so that you can like have one tab for shorts and one tab for YouTube videos? That would be so much nicer. But anyways, I digress. So that was one of the reasons I didn't want to upload shorts, because I didn't want to piss off my subscribers. But I finally had a little look at my analytics, because I'm not very good at that. Tobias is way better at it than me. And I realized that the vast majority of people who were watching my videos weren't subscribers, at least not from the subscription feed. They were like getting my videos from recommended pages or home pages and stuff like that. So I'm like, so you wouldn't even see my shorts in your sub feed anyways. So I mean, there's some that do, but a lot don't. So I was like, you know what, I spend so much time in creating all these like little videos. Sorry, talking is making me thirsty. I spend so much time creating all these little videos that I feel like it just makes sense to put the content on A Beautiful Fable as well. So I started doing that last week, and it's been like kind of amazing because I'm getting so many more views than I thought I would. Like I figured that it would be similar to a YouTube video, but no, it's actually more than my YouTube videos. So that is encouraging. I haven't seen the analytics behind them yet, so I don't know where these views are coming from, but yeah, it just like seems that YouTube, all these platforms are favoring short form content more. So I'm probably going to keep uploading anything I do on Instagram and TikTok. I'm probably just going to put it on YouTube as well. I don't know if I'd create for specific platforms, but I figured I'm just going to keep doing that. And so the Happy Clouding channel likely will have a lot of shorts on there, but I will try to do some long form videos, because personally, when it comes to content consumption, I prefer long form. I love just leaving a video playing as I go do stuff. It's kind of my chill out time. That's why I love long videos, like 45 minutes, an hour. Love those sort of videos, like vlogs that are that long. Love it, because it lets me like work whilst listening to something passively. So that's one of the changes. Shorts on A Beautiful Fable, the creation of Happy Clouding. I'm hoping that the creation of Happy Clouding kind of leads to another channel platform that I want to work on, that's a little bit more linked to my day job. It's something I've been wanting to do for ages, like literally been thinking about it for 5 years now, but I've been very nervous and I don't really have the courage to do it. But I think happy clowning is a step into that direction, so I'll talk about and show you guys more about that when I get to it, because it's not anytime soon. How I intend to somehow manage all of this whilst working, going back to work, although granted I'm working part-time, so I'm not going to be working full-time just yet. Looking after a baby and just living my life. I haven't quite worked it out. I don't know, I just kind of do what I gotta do. All my evenings are spent working. Me and Tobias, I can't remember the last time Tobias and I sat on a couch to watch TV together. I think it was when I was pregnant, because I was too tired to do anything else. But I mean, Tobias is on the exact same mindset. If you guys follow any of his stuff in the Surface Studio, you'll see that he's way more active now, now that we've kind of like gotten out of the baby fog phase and we're kind of able to think straight again. He's really going hard on Surface Studio, and it's really awesome to see. Like, so proud of the stuff that he does. So yeah, definitely check him out. Is there anything else I wanted to share? I felt like there was more things I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I guess I could always just vlog more, so I will have more opportunities to talk anyways. But yeah, that's pretty much been on my mind. And yeah, I guess the impending return to work is kind of like a little bit of a downer on my mood. Yeah, I mean, sometimes when I say things like that, I feel like such a brat, because I'm so lucky to even have a job. And I'm so lucky that it's a job that I enjoy, that it is with people who I respect and get along with. And I've made so many great, like literally, I'm just trying to think now, all my friends, besides Violet, who obviously is my best friend, I think all my friends have been made through my career at some point. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't keep in touch with anyone from high school. I just never really got along with any of them. Same with primary school. I don't know, the school years were just not good for me. Well, Tobias. Oh, no, there's Anthony. Yeah, okay, so Anthony and Tobias were from university. Violet was from online. I love to say that she's my online friend. And then the rest were all from work. So yeah, I mean, work has been good to me. I've made a lot of like lifelong friends, some that I consider like brothers and sisters that I would like literally donate a kidney to. Maybe not a kidney, I don't know, that sounds extreme. Maybe let's just say blood. So yeah, I feel a bit bratty complaining about it, but I'm just being real that I just don't like the change. I just want to stay home and be with Bubs and just like be a stay-at-home mom. I really like enjoy the domestic tasks that come being stay-at-home mom, the cooking, the cleaning. It's actually, I don't know, very satisfying to do all that sort of stuff. So we'll see how things go, because next year Tobias will return to work full-time, and then I guess we'll just see emotionally, financially, mentally where we both stand and how we want to carry things forward. But yeah, I'm done rambling because it's almost midnight and Bubs still doesn't sleep through the night, so he will wake me up 3-4 times likely, and it's usually I'm usually the one who gets him, because I'm the one who comforts him. So I just need to make sure I go shower. And oh my gosh, yeah, that was the other thing. Maybe I'll do this in the next vlog. I really need to clean my bathroom, as in like the drawers, and reorganize them. And I'm like, that would be such a cool video, because I love watching people reorganize their bathrooms. So maybe I don't know if I won't do that tonight, it's too late, but like at some point that might be a cool vlog. Yeah, anyways, okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope the vlog wasn't too boring. And hopefully you'll see me pretty soon if you want to. Not necessarily a good thing if you don't want to see me, but yes, thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my office. Back to you, internet.